Because before I read you some quotes, I want to also read you why I'm saying this to you. Remember when I brought up the 2024 U.S. Olympic roster, how she was left off of that and how stupid that was for Team USA women's basketball to leave her off? Remember I said that? They said this is where they're going now. Ms. Clark's targeting may reflect a culture of disparate treatment, and the evidence provides reasonable cause for a federal probe into potential civil rights violations.
Caitlin Clark's been tossed around the WNBA like a beach ball at a rock concert. And Stephen A. Smith? He's hotter than a jalapeno in a sauna. He's watched her get fouled so many times, he's ready to file a civil rights complaint in high tops. This isn't basketball, it's demolition derby with a shot clock. And Stephen A. isn't just reacting, he's testifying. Loud, raw, unfiltered. You've never seen him this unhinged, and yes, it's somehow hilarious and infuriating at the same time.
I had to talk about a story that's very, very important. And albeit indirectly, it involves Caitlin Clark, the Department of Justice, and quite possibly the President of the United States.
Stephen A. just saw Caitlin Clark's latest game, if you can call it that, and basically said, nope, we need subpoenas. We need witnesses. Somebody grab a gavel. He's turning this into law and order, WNBA Victims Unit. Because when the league's biggest new draw is getting stomped, smacked, and hip-checked like she's scrimmaging the cast of Mortal Kombat, what else do you call it?
And I feel bad because it seems like the sisters are bullying the little girls, or the older players are bullying the younger girls. I don't want to make it about race because I've seen white girls bullying the young white girls. I've seen the black girls bullying the young white girls.
Will argue her stats. Fine, debate her usage rate. FG%, PER, RPM, CIA, FBI, whatever acronym you want. That's not the point. The point is the WNBA had a golden ticket to mainstream relevance. Their Michael Jordan moment. And instead of protecting her, they handed her over to the goon squad.
Let me read to y'all the opening couple of graphs because I want you to hear the impact of this. This is serious. This is serious. And I could say it with my team here, having the footage and the receipts to back me up. I could be in that I told you so mode. I really, really could. But I ain't going to do that because I'm in a good mood. I'm going to be chill. But I could have said
Stephen A., bless him, is on live TV acting like this is the Selma March with sneakers. The man's forehead veins are working overtime, and he knows if the WNBA fumbles this, they'll be back to airing at 2:15 a.m. between reruns of Matlock and waterproof sock infomercials.
Caitlin Clark has done for the women's NBA what Michael Jordan once did for the NBA. Made it more valuable, watchable, and marketable. Instead of protecting its transformative star, the league's leadership ignores the relentless targeting.
Somewhere in a private group chat, a player is typing, "She gotta earn her respect," while delivering a screen so hard it could shift tectonic plates. In this league, earning respect apparently means surviving a felony assault charge every quarter.
Greatest asset, as if she were a PR headache. That approach could turn into legal liability for the WNBA. Okay, well, get this. Get this. We're watching this play out. Caitlin Clark's been hurt. We're watching in front of our very eyes how differently these teams are treating the Indiana Fever without Caitlin Clark on the court. I mean, let's just be real. It's been much.
A rookie bringing in ratings the league hasn't seen since the 90s fax machine era. Sold out arenas, headlines, buzz, and what's her reward? An eye poke, a trip from behind, a body slam, and a technical foul for her trouble. Even Rodman would say, "All right, that's too much." Meanwhile, fans online call her a flopper or say she needs to toughen up. Welcome to the Empathy Hunger Games, where the prize is watching someone else get decked and saying, "I had it worse."
WNBA, y'all are in trouble. I told y'all didn't want to protect my precious CC. Now y'all getting hit with a civil lawsuit for targeting. You hear me? And then this stuff is documented. That don't even make no sense from players just speaking freely, thinking that they won't have no consequences. That means somebody had them on the payroll. You know what I'm saying? She done had 4 injuries within like a month and a half. Disgusting.
And please, spare us the physicality is part of the game's speech. We've seen hard fouls. This ain't it. This is if she's popular, make her pay. And yes, there are podcasts no one listens to saying people only like her because she's white, as if a lifetime of training, pressure, and performance can be boiled down to a Netflix doc called White Girl Dribbles.
Remember I talked about people being jealous? The Cheryl Swoops of the world and others. Remember I pointed that stuff out? Remember I talked about the rough housing? Remember I talked about all of that? Let me read further. This would mirror the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission investigation into the Erica Hamby's pregnancy discrimination claims against the WNBA and her team. Congress and Labor and Justice departments would be justified in examining the facts. At Harvard and Columbia, during anti-Semitic protests, institutional leaders played down threats and
Play. She's hammered like clearance sale lumber. No call. Next play. She breathes wrong. Technical foul. The refs. They're calling games like UFC judges on espresso shots. ESPN tries to spin it as learning the ropes. The ropes. She's getting clotheslined like it's Monday Night Raw.
who was top 4 in MVP voting last year, the assist leader last year, galvanizing talent that has done wonders for the NBA. If she is seen to be physically getting abused on a basketball court in a way that is such a clear and flagrant discrepancy compared to what happens to others, that
You could drop Caitlyn into a volcano, have her hit a 3 while being tackled by a pterodactyl, and some genius would still say, she needs to prove herself. This is what happens when ego and insecurity team up to jump the future of women's basketball.
stuff that's happening and has been happening over the last few months is because of Caitlin Clark. I got some of the stats in front of me to validate it. Because you see, I bring receipts. And I'll get to why I'm really pissed off in a few minutes. WNBA Draft 2024 drew 2.446 million viewers to ESPN on Monday night, making it the most watched draft in WNBA history. Who's the number 1 overall pick? Huh, Aaron? Who's the number 1 overall pick?
Stephen A isn't just angry, he's disappointed. He knows this isn't competition. It's petty vengeance dressed as physicality. The spotlight could have been shared. Instead, we've got WWE with worse production values.
Superstar. I've been saying it for years. I keep telling everybody she's the Steph Curry of women's basketball, college or pro. She is a superstar. I had the pleasure of doing an event with her on campus at Iowa a few months ago. I went there for my man Mark Shapiro, and I had a blast. He and I were on a panel together. She's a wonderful, wonderful young lady, incredibly poised. But this woman is the nation's leading scorer, averaging 31.5 points per game shooting.
Stephen A knows the playbook. Leagues rise and fall on stars. Right now, the WNBA's tossing its golden goose into a wood chipper because she didn't ask permission to be great. He wants receipts. DOJ Judge Judy. Somebody to explain why a rookie is getting mugged mid-game while the crowd yells flop.
Treating its greatest asset as if she were a PR headache. That approach could turn into a legal liability for the WNBA. Since she joined the league last year, Ms. Clark's impact has been seismic. Merchandise sales soared 601%. Indiana Fever viewership jumped 170%. The team's value tripled. League pass subscriptions climbed 306.
And now, every armchair philosopher who hasn't touched a ball since grade school is suddenly an expert on paying dues. Oh, she has to earn it. What is this, the mob? Is she joining the league or the Sopranos?
Kathy Engelbert, where are you? Where are you, Kathy? Nowhere to be found. You are quiet. Quiet as a mouse. It done got real spooky, I know. Nightmare on Elm Street is what I'm talking about. Freddy Krueger style. It's wild. See, my problem with you is you don't.
Where's the leadership? Where's the commissioner saying, we don't condone this nonsense? Crickets. If any other player took this many flagrant fouls in a season, there'd be lawsuits and a primetime special. But because Caitlin's smiling through the bruises, people assume she's fine. She's not fine. She's a walking injury report.
Clark's world, which is so unfortunate. I feel sorry for Caitlin Clark because she's a pawn of this whole thing. And I think Caitlin Clark needs to speak up. I'm tired of her being silent. I know she's trying to be like this Gandhi figure, try to be like MLK, passive aggressiveness, but peaceful. I get it. But
The WNBA isn't gatekeeping. It's holding the door shut with a crowbar. She's too popular, too different, too successful. God forbid women's basketball becomes cool. If they don't fix this, she'll be gone, overseas, retired early, burned out. And when that happens, they can all pat themselves on the back and say, at least she didn't get special treatment.